Right. So that's what the basically that's what the operator gets. So in the same way, we have a right. So we come to this part where we talk about the VAS provider login. So the VAS provider can log in. So this is basically the CP. So CP has his own login on Vishma, so he can log in, and then basically he can manage his own applications. So he can manage his own application, he can manage his own profile. So those are the features that the CP will be having, and if there's any additional feature that we need to add, we can propose. So these are the basic framework that we want to put in place in the first phase of it. So he can go and search his applications, he can view it as a list or whatever. He can click on manage applications, and then he will be able to change the settings. He will be able to upload screenshots, videos. He'll be able to manage the reviews that are coming in. So he can view, delete and report reviews which are coming in. He can, if he wants, he can moderate his comments. So all those features will be provided. So if there's a better way of putting this together, we want that contribution to come from the community, because it's just draft, so there's nothing that cannot be changed. Everything can be changed, and we want to give out the best. So basically that's what we have in the UI. So from three perspectives: from the user, from the operator, and from the VAS provider perspective. So if there are any questions on the UI, because I'll be moving to the PowerPoint again, so it will be taking up a little bit of a time. So after this point, actually it will be the discussion or the session on the mChoice Vishma architecture. So JK will take up the part from here. So he's basically the who is it? So I don't have to introduce him. Okay, it's JK back again.
Yeah, thanks, Sanatan. Before that, I just have a question. But do we really need that operator perspective? I mean, we can still develop our own app store with the VAS providers and the users, and we can still host the app store away from the operator. Is that possible?
Yes, it's possible. Because what we want to do is we want to make sure that this app store that we come up with, the mChoice Vishma, can be used in any way.
Okay.
It can be a vendor who comes, takes Vishma code and does the modification and use it for his own purpose, or it can be operator, a single operator using it, or 10 operators getting together and using it, or even somebody else providing the service. Still, they'll be able to use it. That's the aim.
Okay. So this UI is just giving a baseline for different perspectives, so they can simulate their business cases very easily and move on, right? So,
yes.
Okay.
Exactly, and it will be easier for us also, because when development is going on, it will be Vishma should come out with a set of UIs. Although that might not be practically used, people might want to customize it, but still we need some sort of infrastructure out there where the development can tie in, and we will be able to show it using a skin. So this is going to be the skin. If you want, I think you will be talking about it later on.
Yeah, I'm just summarizing what you had just done. For example, let's say I'm an operator.
Yes.
I want to build my own application store, like Apple App Store. This is not for value-added services, but some other applications like product even. We can still develop our own app store, right? It doesn't have to be value-added services of any kind, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
They might at some point of time, actually the same code might be useful for something that's so
right.
irrelevant.
Yeah. Okay.
Even you might want to build a store, online store. You might be able to use some of the components which are developed out of this.
Yeah,
That's-
even an e-commerce store
Even
doesn't
an
have to be an
e-commerce
app store, right?
Doesn't have to be an app store.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Thanks. Yeah, moving to the next slide. Do I have to come there?
I think you can.
It's okay, you just turn, I'll talk.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yes?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, you said that you can build the application on top of this. So what about the existing application that Turk has right now? Can they move it to this?
Actually, what will happen is we'll have a publishing API. So what will happen is what they need to do is they would have their existing applications on some sort of a platform. So what they need to do is they need to push that information through the API to Vishma using that API. So that's the part that they will have to do. So once they develop that, they'll be able to publish applications on Vishma.
And there are some other use cases like 99% of the app stores are product-based app stores. They are not value-added services app stores. So I don't believe that they can just grab the app store and then take Vishma and build it. It is not possible. But still, they can have a link or something in the app store or introduce a category for value-added services, then wire the Vishma components into it. So what they have to do is just integrating the Vishma into the app store. So still they can keep the app store running and integrate Vishma into it seamlessly or with minimum effect. So that's one of those advantages which Vishma provides, which I will be talking about anyway in the architecture session. So this I think there's one more slide, right? Okay, so can you go to the next slide?
We are back, and hopefully you can see the screen. Right, we are back. You can take any questions with you again. If there's have questions.
Okay.
Right, cool. Right, back.
You copied the same slides? I got? Okay, let's get to the architecture part of it. Right, so stop this session. Oh, there's it. Still the glitch I can see.
Right. We are going along slowly now. Back. Okay, sorry for the technical glitch. Never believe
Okay.
a computer.
Okay, back on Naya. Apologize for the convenience. So let's back to the Vishma architecture. So it's really interesting roadmap, I could say, because we had this Soltura product came in, then we found the inevitability of having an app store for value-added services, right? So when we started designing kind of value-added services app store, there were hundreds of app stores, believe me. There are hundreds of app stores from giant IT houses to minor vendors. But still, you will have to reinvent the wheel again and again, right? Because app store is not something you can buy and then host it in your own company, right? So you'll have to develop your own most of the time. So what they do is they always reinvent the wheel, although the app stores have generic features. The reason why they do is yes. So the reason why they do is the aesthetics part. The look and feel cannot be generic all the time because vendors to vendors, companies to companies are different. So that's probably the reason they build their own app store and they use it, but they never ever thought of distributing it as open source. Had they done it, it could have been a kind of a catwalk for us to develop our own VAS platform, or rather the VAS App Store. That didn't happen. So we internally decided that this cannot happen in future at all. So there is a necessity of introducing this as an open source. So then